2 or 3 more minutes. Let's see who else would like to join. Okay, for everybody already here, just going to take a seat, bring some awareness to the breath, sit with a nice straight spine. Relax the shoulders, seal the lips, and breathe steadily in and out through the nose. Four, 5, or 6 seconds to inhale and the same to exhale. I always like to start with ujjayi breath. So you kind of contract the back of the nose so you can hear your breath. A lot of people describe it like Darth Vader breath, also known as ocean breath. So your breath might sound like the waves rolling in against the beach. So spend a minute or two just experimenting with ujjayi breath. See if you can, it's kind of at the back of the throat, somewhere in between the nose and the voice box. I imagine it like squeezing a hose pipe, which makes more pressure for the air as it moves in and out. And with that increased pressure, you hear the breath. Also, it makes more friction, so it will make you warmer. So this can be a tool to make your body warmer when you practice, or anytime really if you feel cold. Breathing in this way can warm the body. The sound of the breath can also give you something to attach to and focus on during practice to help you block out the external and focus on the internal. So just a few more breaths. Make the next breath the deepest, the longest, yet completely fill the lungs to maximum capacity. And when they're full, try and sip in a little bit more air. And then slowly let go. Go back to a more normal breathing, however that might feel. You can open our eyes and start to stand up. Okay, guys. So I'm going to mix it up a little bit today. Make today's easy class. Bring it in with a few different asana. So today we're going to start with a little bit of the banana asana. Going to breathe in and stretch arms up. So side to side, bring your feet together, the heels touch and the toes touch. Trying to get the biceps next to the ears. Breathe in, stretch up, reach up. Try and make the spine grow. And we're going to kind of wiggle from left to right. So we just push the hips left and push the hips right. Just loosening up the sides of the body. And then come to the center. Breathe in again and stretch up. Make the spine even longer. Then we're going to lean to the right. So push the hips to the left. Keep pushing out the hands. Try and lock out the elbows. Keep the shoulders flat. Every time we breathe in, we stretch out. Every time we breathe out, maybe we can fold down a little more. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Change. Inhale, come back upright. Lengthen the spine up. Exhale, lean to the left. Push the hips out to the right. Stretch out the arms. Biceps next to the ears. Don't let your shoulder curl forward. Change. Breathe in. Come up. We're going to lean backward next. If anyone has lower back issues, put your hands on the back. Otherwise, you can keep your hands up. Breathe in. Stretch up. Make the spine long. Breathe out. Push the hips forward. Lean back. Biceps next to the ears. Keep working with the breath. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lean back. Change. Breathe in, come back upright. Breathe out, hands into prayer. Okay, one moment. We've got someone else coming in. Just keep in your position and stay with the breath. Hey, good morning, Martin. Okay, guys, just want to make sure your microphones are off as well, please. Keep your nice straight spine. Keep connected to the breath. Arms by the side. We're going to do sun salutation next. Stand in mountain pose. Okay. Alban, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, Martin, it's just you. Everyone else can hear. It's just you. There's something wrong with you. I don't know. We're going to move on. Martin, maybe go to YouTube. He's going to have to figure that out. Okay, guys, let's continue. We're in our flow here. So, sun salutation. Stand at the front of the mat. Feet together. Heels touch, toes touch. Okay, let's breathe in. Arms sideways. Full lungs at the top. Breathe out. Soft knees. So bend the knees slightly. Forward. Exhale. Fingertips should be in line with the toes. Head is totally relaxed. We spend a couple of breaths in each position. Change. Inhale. Come up halfway. Flat back. 2 breaths. Exhale. Step back to high plank. Let's stay in high plank for 2 breaths. Lower your knees down if you need. Okay, exhale. Lower yourself down through a press up or put your knees down. Hover off the ground. Inhale, slide forward to upward dog. Tuck your toes into the mat and push back to downward dog. So we take the weight in the hands, start to lift the knees off the ground. Then we send the hips up to the sky and suck in the belly. And then we push back so the biceps are next to the ears. So first down dog of the day, we're going to start to pedal the legs left and right. Bending alternate knees. Shaking your tail a little bit from side to side. Make sure all your fingers are pressed down evenly into the floor. Both palms pressed down evenly into the floor. Biceps are by the ears. Try and lock out the elbows. Now hold still. Work your heels towards the floor to stretch the back of the calves. Head is totally relaxed. Head just looks between the feet. Breathe steadily in and out through the nose. Change. Look forward. And you can walk forward, taking little steps forward into a lunge. Next, we're going to inhale and come all the way up. Engage the core, come back upright, reach up, stretch up. Going into second set. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank. And lower yourself down through a press up. Inhale, slide forward, upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes into the mat. Push back to down dog. Inhale, look forward, step or jump to the front of the mat. Next, we're going to breathe in, take it all the way up, reach up to the sky. One more time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Roll the shoulders back from the ears. Exhale, fold down and jump or step back into high plank. Lower yourself down, exhaling. Inhale, slide forward to up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, push back to down dog. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale as you step or jump into a fold. And fully exhale. Breathe in, stretch up, arms sideways, reach up. Forearms at the top. And then exhale, hands come down into prayer. Okay, standing mountain pose for 2 breaths. Okay, I think we got mine on YouTube. Going into warrior series next. So stand at the front of the mat, put your hands on the hips. We'll go for warrior 1, warrior 2, and triangle. So big step back now with your right foot. Put your fingers on the hip bones face directly forward. So there should be a slight gap between the 2 heels. You can see there's a gap here in between my feet. We're going to breathe in and stretch up with the arms, and breathe out, bend the front knee. So we have some checks to do here. Check you can see the big toe on your front foot. The leg at the back is locked out at the knee, and we press down through the outside edge of the back foot. The biceps should be next to the ears. Hands are either together, or if you have tight shoulders, you can open the arms wider apart. Twisting the right hip in. Keep stretching up. You can look up towards the hands. If you want to make it a little deeper, lean back with the arms. Steady breaths, in and out through the nose. Change. We're going directly to warrior 2. So the hands come down to shoulder height. And now the back foot twists 90 degrees to the front. So now our heels are in a straight line. The spine is really straight, and you look just in front of the middle finger on the front hand. Again, check you can see the big toe on your front foot. Stretch the arms in opposite directions. Think about dropping your tailbone down towards the floor. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Next one is triangle. We need to straighten both legs. If you have a really wide stance like me, you need to walk the back foot in just a bit wider than the hips. Okay, warrior 2 arms. Next, we stretch forward and lean forward. Hips come out at the back. And when you can't stretch anymore, you just hinge at the hips. So we're trying to keep both knees straight and press the knuckles into the shin to twist the top arm around. So we've got a straight line from the top arm to the bottom arm. You can look down at the floor, straight forward, or up at the top hand. Deep, steady breathing through the nose. Keep the face and forehead relaxed. 2 more breaths. Come out by inhaling yourself up. Engage the core. You come out exactly the same way we went in. Put your hands on the hips and step the feet together. So those 3 poses to do now on the other side. Big step back with the left foot. Hands on the hip bones. Hip bones face directly forward. Okay, let's breathe in and take the arms up. Breathe out, bend, front knee. Take a look at your big toe, okay? If the knee's in the way, you bring the knee out to the side. We press down to the back edge, the outside edge of the rear foot, back leg is straight. Twist the left hip in slightly, stretch up to the ceiling as you inhale. Maybe you can bend the front knee, twist the hip in, or lean back as you exhale. Maybe you can feel energy firing up through the hands. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And then we open to warrior 2 on an exhale. Arms come down, shoulder height. Now our hip bones face the side. Hip bones face the long edge of the mat. Palms are down, shoulder height. And we look just in front of the middle finger on the front hand. Quick check that you can see the big toe again. Spine nice and straight. Steady breaths. One more deep inhale. Exhale. And then straighten the front leg for Trikonasana. Okay, if you need to bring the feet in, you can just heel toe the back foot in. Then we start to lean. Stretch forward, lean forward. Hips come out of the back. Lean, 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 lean. And then just hinge at the hips. Wherever the hand touches is where it should stay. So go back to the breath. Choose where you want to look. Down, forward, or up. Keep stretching the top hand up. Engage the core. Steady breathing. Pressing down firmly with our feet into the ground. Final breath. Come out on an inhale. Breathe in, engage the core. Hinge back out. Let's go straight into the fold. Turn the front foot in. So both our feet point to the long edge of the mat. Big toes pointing in. Heels pointing out. Breathe in, make your spine nice and long. Breathe out, start to fold forward, hinging at the hips. Fold forward until you feel your spine starting to round, and then bring your hands down. If you need, they can go in front on the mat, or if you feel like you've got quite good balance, you can put the knuckles into the shins. So keeping a straight spine, we try and breathe in and stretch the head and neck forward, making space in the spine. And when you exhale, you fold down a little bit more. This might not happen at all. You might be kind of stuck in the same place. It could just be a millimeter that you move. It doesn't matter. Every time we practice, we move a millimeter more. So over time, you get more progress. Keep the shoulders relaxed back away from the ears. Keep the weight spread evenly across the feet. The knees are either locked out of the knee or very slightly bent. If you're more flexible, you can grab the outside edges of your feet. Keep working with the breath to go a little deeper. We'll take 3 more breaths. Think about coming out. By doing that, we breathe in, engage the core. Arms come back the same way we went in. And now let's take the hands behind the back. Open the shoulders. So breathe in, open the chest, roll back the shoulders. And then breathe out, forward fold. Hands coming up behind the head. So really focus on the shoulders and send the breath through your nose into the shoulders. So follow the breath and feel it go in the shoulders. Try and relax the tension as you exhale. Spine can be very slightly rounded on this one. Keep the weight spread evenly across the feet though, and knees locked out or very slightly bent. Change, breathe in. Engage the core, come out the same way we went in. Arms out to the side. Now you can either take a big step to bring everything in, or you can heel toe the foot in. Inhale to the middle, exhale, hands into prayer. Okay, this is a good time to take a little sip of water if you need. Okay, next we're going to do some standing balances. Bear with me one moment, guys. So if you're waiting, you can just stand in mountain pose. So straight spine, focusing on the breath. So we're going to do some single leg balances. First one will be tree pose. So stand with your feet together, toes touch, heels touch, nice straight spine. So for balance poses, pick something in front of you to look at. Something on the wall maybe. I always look at one of the crosses on the window frame. And if you can focus on something like that, it helps you to balance. So we'll start by balancing on the left foot. So it's good to pick up the toes a few times and put them back down. Ground down through the whole foot, especially through the big toe. Then we take the weight out of the right foot. I'm going to turn on some lights, it's a little dark. So let's start taking the weight out of the right foot and place it either below the knee or above the knee. Just don't put your foot on the knee. Hands come into prayer. Find your focus. Steady breath. Fix your vision on something that isn't moving. You can stay here, or to go further, we breathe in and stretch the arms up. Trying to get those biceps next to the ear. The standing leg is super straight and super strong. Steady breathing helps keep steady balance. If you're wobbly like me, don't worry, you can just jump back in. Final breaths here, we're going to really stretch up. Breathe in, lengthen your hands up towards the ceiling. Feel the spine grow. And slowly we come out. Hands come down, foot comes down. And we're going to switch side. So let's base down on the right foot. Put the toes up and down a few times. Spread the weight evenly across the foot. And then pick up the left foot. Put it below the knee or above the knee. Find your focus again. Hands into prayer. Breathe in. If you want to go further, stretch the hands up. Steady breaths. Feel the connection with the floor and the toe. Okay, final breaths. Really breathe in and stretch up. Try and grow the spine 2 inches up towards the ceiling. Slowly change. Release the hands. Release the foot. Give everything a little shake off if you need. Next, we're going to move into eagle pose. Garudasana. Stand with a straight spine. We're going to breathe in and take the arms sideways, reach up. Next, we cross the arms and the elbows. So exhale, the right hand goes under the left. And now we have 3 options. If you have tight shoulders, you put your hands here. Otherwise, put your hands in like a flat together, or try and interlock the fingers. So I'll show you again. Stay where you are. It's going to be this, this, or this. Next step, feet together. Squeeze the knees together, suck in the belly, and sit back into a chair. You can stay here, or you pick up the right foot and place it over the left leg. Now maybe you can wrap the right foot behind the left calf. Then bring the knees into the center, elbows into the center, sit back into the chair, find your focus and breathe. Two more breaths. And slowly change. Unravel the legs. Press down through the feet, unravel the arms, inhale. Exhale, this time the left arm goes under the right, cross at the elbows. Palms together, hands on shoulders or interlock the fingers. So we want our elbows in a downward position. Then we sit back into the chair, suck in your belly. This time we pick up the left foot, place it over the right thigh, and maybe wrap it behind the left calf. So if it's too hard for you to cross the legs, just keep the legs together. Steady breaths, really good for the shoulders, hips, knees, elbows. Opens up the wrists as well and a bit on the ankles. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Unravel the legs. Breathe in, unravel the arms. Breathe out. Hands into prayer. Okay, guys, let me do a quick time check. Okay, we're doing good. Gonna take it down to the floor with a sun salutation. So breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, fall down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step back to high plank. And just put your knees down. Let's do a little bit of work in plank today. Bear with me one moment. Just keep breathing on your mat. There we go. So hands on the knees. We're going to go for side plank. We'll start by putting the left knee in the center line. So we're going to go to side plank like this. So the knee should be in line with the feet. So if you know you've got good core strength, you can take the knee out and stay like this. If you need to, you keep the knee down. Steady breathe in. Get the core going a little bit. Slowly change. Left knee down, back to all fours. And then we switch side. So the right knee comes into the center, right hand into the center, left hand up. And if you want, you take out the right knee. Slowly change, bring the knee down. Okay, now we go back to high plank, both hands. We're moving down into Cobra, Bhujangasana. We do this by lowering down in a press up. Keep your hands where they are. Zip up the legs together. So for Cobra, the legs are one solid tail. If you can, take a quick look at my toes. I press my toes into the floor and lift the knees off the ground. Okay, now using core strength only, lift up the torso. So elbows come in, The hands are just there for support. The hands aren't really doing any work. The toes keep pressing into the floor. Breathing in, stretch forward and upwards. Elbows in tight, shoulders away from the ears. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Change. Lower yourself down. Put the chin on the mat. Okay, now we're going to move our hands 2 hand paces out. So walk your hands. 1, 2, 1, 2. This time, relax legs completely. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press up with the hands. So this time it's hand strength. Legs totally relaxed. Everything from the waist down is relaxed. Going to bring the elbows in. Drop the shoulders down. Go back to the breath. Keep the face relaxed. Forehead and jaw relaxed. Every inhale, lengthen the spine, stretch forwards and upwards. Every exhale, check that your shoulders and legs are relaxed. Send the breath through your nose, down the body towards the feet. Take a final deep breath. And to go out, you go forward and down. Put your arms by the side and look to the right, left there on the floor. Nice little stretch for the neck. Relax everything down into the ground. Change. Come back to the center. We're going to go for gondola. So we're going to put the hands behind the back, interlock the fingers. Zip up the legs again, so the legs squeeze together the whole time. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift the legs, lift the arms, lift the torso. Keep squeezing the legs together. Heels touch, toes touch. Stretching forward, stretching upward. Nice deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Change. Lower down and turn your head to the left side. Right ear on the floor. Relax everything down into the ground. Change. Come back to the center. Push yourself up onto all fours. Okay, let's do a hip opener today. We'll go for pigeon. So we're going to take the left knee to the left wrist. So just slide the left knee forward. Then we take the left foot towards the right wrist. So look, this foot is just going to pivot across. There. So some people might have their foot back here. Some people might stop more like 90 degrees. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. So wherever that foot stops, just leave it there. Next, guys, have a pillow or a block. Good time to get it ready. So next step is slide the right knee and right foot back. We're taking the left hip down to the floor. Facing the wrong way. So if you need to, you can put the cushion underneath the hip. If you find your hips really high off the ground, it can be good to give the hips some support. Try and keep your shoulders and hips flat. So if you notice one of your shoulders up in the air, bring it back down. Suck in the belly, start to work your hip down towards the ground. Send the breath through your nose down into the left hip. Once you feel the hip moving, if you want, you can go down onto your forearms. Always trying to keep a straight spine. Another option is to make a pillow with your fists and put your head there. Another option would be to use a pillow or a cushion and put it under your head. If you're more flexible, you can stretch your arms directly out in front of you and go down into sleeping swan. If it becomes too painful, you just come back out on the hands or forearms. We never want to feel pain in any posture. It should just be a little uncomfortable. Keep working with the breath. Follow that breath in a circular movement in and out of the body, inhaling and exhaling. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And to come out, we first go onto the forearms, then onto the hands. We're going to walk the back foot in, and then slide the left knee out. Okay, we're going to switch sides. So, back on all fours. Hips level, shoulders level. Take the right knee to the right wrist. Slide the right foot to the left wrist. Walk the left foot and left knee back. Start to lower the right hip down. If you need your cushion, you can pop it in there now. So try and keep hips level, shoulders level. Go back to the breath. Suck in the belly, try and work your hips down towards the floor. When you feel the hips releasing, you can go down a little deeper. Keep working with the breath. Forehead relaxed, face relaxed. Really focus on the right hip joint. Try and pinpoint exactly where the tightness is. And every time you exhale, try and let go of the tightness. So with each exhale, we try and let go of a little stress, a little tension. It leaves the body with the breath. Let's do 3 more breaths here. Slowly think about coming out. Back onto forearms. Back onto the hands. Walk the left foot and left knee in. Slide the right foot and right knee out. Let's flip over onto our back for a moment. Few breaths in Shavasana. Relax everything down into your mat. Slowly change. Open your eyes. Roll over into your side and push yourself up to seated. So the next section is forward bends. Seated position. Okay, if you know you need a block or cushion, this is the time to sit on it. So we can just use our hands, or if you want, we can use a belt. We're going to do Janu Sarasana. So sole of the right foot on the left thigh. Bend the knee slightly, or bend the knee a lot. So we want to get our belly to touch the thigh. So bend it as much as you need. If you don't use a belt today, we're going to use our hands by breathing in and breathing out. Otherwise, we use the belt. So with the belt, it's just, now we breathe in, straight spine. And breathe out, start to fall down. So always keep a straight spine. If you have a connection here with the belly and the thigh, then you straighten the leg. When you feel the belly leaving the thigh, then you stop and go to the breath. Breathe in, length of the spine, breathe out. There we go, that connection again between the thigh and the belly. And then you can maybe straighten the leg a bit more. Or maybe not. Maybe the leg stays like this the whole time. Shoulders are level. Focus on the breath. Keep sucking in the belly. Keep the straight spine. 3 more breaths. Change. You can release the belt, or if you have your hands here, breathe in and breathe out. Okay, switch sides. So we either just put the belt round or we inhale and exhale. I like to use the belt because it keeps the shoulders back. So bend the knee as much as you need. Go to the breath. Inhales, make space in the vertebrae. Exhales, fold down into that space. Breathe in the energy. Let go of the tension. Keep the forehead relaxed. Make sure you're not hunching up your shoulders or biting down on your jaw. The face should be relaxed. We'll do 3 more breaths now. And to change, we either just let go of the belt, or if you have the foot, you breathe in and stretch up. Exhale, hands down. Okay, come off your block. Next one is the seated spine twist. So we go back to left leg forward, and the right foot will go outside the knee. Check your hip bones are on the floor. If one of your hip bones is up, then the foot goes on the inside. So both sit bones are on the ground, the foot is on the outside. Okay, let's put the right hand at the base of the spine to keep the spine really straight. Breathe in and stretch up the left hand. Breathe out, twist to the right. Hook the elbow on the knee. So now we take 3 breaths. The first 2 breaths, we move the torso. The final breath, we move the head, the neck, and even the eyes look to the side. Okay, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, push the elbow into the knee, twist your torso to the right. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Hold it there. And slowly change, release. Going to switch sides. So change the legs. Maybe I missed the twist there. I'm not sure if we did 2 or 3. Anyway, we can make up for it this time. So left hand close at the spine. Spine really straight. Breathe in, stretch up the right hand. Breathe out, twist to the left. Put the elbow on the knee. 3 breaths. Let's go. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Final one. Inhale to lengthen. Twist everything to the left and hold it. Even look to the extreme left with your eyes. Slowly change. Unravel your top half, unravel your bottom half. Both legs out to the front. So again, pick whether you want to use a belt or whether you want to use your hands. If you're using your hands, you grab the big toes. So, totally up to you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, try and fold down. Again, we're trying to get a connection with the navel and the thighs. Always keeping a straight spine. Always keeping the face and forehead relaxed. Three more breaths. Change. Just release the belt or release the toes. Going to bring the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Okay, it can be another good time to sit on the block. Spine nice and straight. Soles of the feet together. Maybe you've got diamond-shaped legs, or maybe the heels can go closer to the hips. In a butterfly, take your thumbs, open the soles of the feet like a book, press your elbows into the thighs, rotate the hips, knees down. So deep breath through the nose, send it down to the hips as you inhale. Two more deep breaths. Change. Bring the legs together and take it down to the mat. A few minutes to finish on the ground. So, spend a couple of breaths first in Shavasana. Let's go wind removing pose. We bend the right knee, interlock the fingers on the knee and pull the knee into the chest. If you want to go further, you drop the knee out to the right side and pull it more towards the shoulder. So kind of going around the rib cage. Left leg is straight out in front of us. Breathing into the right hip. Slowly change. Release the knee and switch sides. So straighten the right leg, bend the left leg. Interlock the fingers just below the knee. Pull the knee into the chest. Head has to be on the floor. If you find it hard to get your head on the ground, put something underneath the head. Pull the knee. Breathe into the left hip. To go deeper, drop the knee up to the side, around the rib cage, pull it more to the shoulder. Right leg stretched out straight in front of us. Keep the chin slightly into the chest to keep the back of your neck straight and long. Change, release the knee. Straighten both legs and then bend both legs. Gonna wrap. So you can either, two options, you just put your hands on the knees, or you wrap your hands around the knees and grab your own elbows. Keep the feet squeezing together so your toes touch and your heels touch. Head on the floor, chin into the chest, suck in your belly, and now think about your tailbone, the very base of the spine, flattening it to the mat. Keep breathing in, send the breath all the way down towards the belly button, sucking in the belly, releasing the spine to the floor. Change, let go of the knees, bridge pose. Put your feet flat on the ground. Feet, ankles directly below the knees. We're going to put our palms into the floor. Breathe in, breathe out, and then lift the hips. Keep the knees parallel. Don't let the knees flop out to the side. Keep the knees hip width apart. Try and relax the glutes and relax the hamstrings so all the work happens on the top half of the body. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift the hips. This time, interlock your fingers underneath your hips and curl your shoulders underneath. That helps you lift your hips a bit higher. Keep pressing your feet into the floor. Keep the knees parallel. Send the breath through the nose down towards the knees. If you need to come out, you can slowly come back out the same way we went in. Otherwise, we hold it for a few more breaths. Relax the glutes. Relax the hamstrings. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Okay, straighten your legs and try and sit up onto your arms, onto your forearms, elbows. Okay, we're going to do a reverse plank. So come and seated, Post your hands in the floor. In fact, let's hang out in staff pose for a moment. This is staff pose. Kind of got a 90-degree angle. The legs are straight, the spine's super straight, and you press your palms into the floor. Suck in your belly, breathe down the body. Change. To go further, we're going to slide our heels forward and lift up the hips. Roll back the head. If this is too hard for you, just stay in staff pose. Slowly lower down. Okay, let's do that one more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Slide the feet forward, lift up the hips. Lean back the head. Send your hips up towards the sky. Press down evenly through all the fingers. Open the shoulders backwards. 3, 2, 1. Change. Slide the heels back in. Okay, take it back down to the floor. You can go on the side and lay down. Final poses. Let's do one more hip opener. Reclined pigeon. You're going to pick up the left foot and put it on the right knee. From here, you take the left hand and pass it through the hole. The right hand goes around the outside. Interlock the fingers on the knee. If that's too hard for you to do, you can just grab behind the knee. Or if that's still hard, you can take your strap and put your strap behind the knee. So head on the floor, or if you need, head on a pillow, chin into chest, and pull on the knee. Press your left elbow into the left thigh. It's good to close the eyes. Send the breath into the left knee. Pull with the right hands. And with each exhale, try and let go of tension in the left hip. Nice deep breaths through the nose down into the left hip as you inhale and back up from the hip as you exhale. We take 3 more breaths. Last chance to squeeze on the knee and press with the elbow. And slowly change. Release the knee. Left foot on the floor. Pick up the right foot. Switch sides. Take your grip. Either go through and grab the knee, or just grab behind the knee, or use a strap. Put your head back on the floor or on the pillow. Chin in towards your chest. Pull with your hands and press with your right elbow into the right thigh. Go back to the breath. Face and forehead relaxed. Really try and spot where it's tight. Really focus on the tight spot and try and release it with the exhales. Good to close the eyes and try and relax into it. Three more deep breaths. Slowly change. Release the feet. And just lay flat on the back. Final stretch. Supta Matsyendrasana. We're going to bend up the right foot and put the big toe behind the left knee. Next, we take the left hand, put it on the right knee, and roll over to the left. Then we go right hand palm down, shoulder height, and look at the right hand. Once you're looking at the right hand, you can gently press the left hand into the knee. So a little pressure with the left hand. Besides that, everything just sinks down and relaxes into your mat. Send the breath down the body towards the feet. Face relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Keeping the eyes closed. If you want, on the next exhale, let go of the knee and roll back to the center. Change. Straighten both legs and then bend the left leg. Left big toe behind right kneecap. Right hand on the left knee, roll to the right. Left hand goes palm down, shoulder height. Look at the left hand and then press on the right knee. Focus on the breath. Circular flow of energy moving through the body. Relax everything down into the ground. Little press with the right hand into the knee. Final 2 breaths. Keep your eyes closed. And change. Release the knee. Lay flat on your back in Shavasana. So the arms are to the side of the body, palms open towards the ceiling. You can bring the legs together so that the heels touch and the toes drop out, or your legs can be slightly apart. Just keep your awareness with the breath a little longer and relax everything down into the floor. Nothing to do here. Lay completely still. Try and avoid the temptation to move around or look around. We also try and keep the mind clear of thoughts, which can be really difficult. We just try and keep the mind clear. So if you find yourself thinking about something, just try and let go of that thought and go back to the breath. If you find it really hard to keep your mind clear, if thoughts just keep persisting, then you can count the exhales. So every time you exhale, you just keep count in your head. So we close the class with a few minutes silence. Just time today for 2 minutes silence. I'll let you know when that time is up. Just stay with the breath. Relax down into the ground. And you're going to hear a gong when the time is up. Stay with the breath a moment longer. We start to bring a little life back to the body. You can start to move the toes, move the fingers. Gently wake yourself back up. We come out, keeping the eyes closed. Bend your knees up. And when you bend up your knees, just roll over to the right side. And if you want, you come back to seated, or you can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. So this is where we're going to close the class today. Thank you everybody for tuning in. A couple of weird things have been happening with the video, but hopefully you all stay connected. Okay, hope to see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is what I'm calling experience yoga. It just means it's a little faster, a few less cues. There's nothing advanced. So if you found this class easy, you can definitely do the class tomorrow as well. It just goes on a little longer. It's going to be 90 minutes, roughly.